lot about natural deodorants lately, and while it seems to be trendy to make the switch, there are still a lot of skeptics. So we decided to put a few of these products to the smell and sweat test. We got 4 brave viewers, myself included, to try the lemon, charcoal, baking soda, salt, and coconut methods for 1 whole month. Here's how it shook out.
It's been like 30 seconds, and I'm gonna tell you right now that I don't think Crystal's gonna cut it. It might be a long week.
I'm a little wet, but slight BO. Very minimal.
I'm over the Crystal. I started out really liking it because I don't smell, which is great, but I always gotta find a sink. Even when I'm at the gym, you gotta put water on it in order to apply, and look what happens every time I go put water on it. It's so heavy it broke. It's annoying now.
I really love it. I think the scent is amazing, and I love everything about it, actually. It's soft, it goes on smooth, and it lasts.
It smells like a dream. It smells so good my kids want to use it. It goes on really well. I don't feel any wetness, and I don't stink.
I've been out and about all day, so I'm gonna do a little sniff test just to see what it's like. There's some sweat in there.
This is my lovely fiance Tim, and he's been testing to see how smelly I am every day. And
it doesn't stink, but she doesn't smell good.
it's true love when you smell each other's armpits for a Cityline deodorant test.
It's a little bit darker, so I'm gonna put this on. It's a little bit harder to use, and I'm not sure if you can notice, but there's a little bit of residue. Sorry to get up close and personal with my armpit.
I have one word to describe this. Dry. Let's hope it keeps me as dry as it goes on, because this is like a chalky mess.
Baking soda, I've been testing out for about a week now, and I'd say it works. The only thing I don't like is it's hard on the armpits, and I think I probably have either sensitive armpits or they just make hard deodorants.
Baking soda is up to the Game 7 task. I do not smell, but I am stressed.
This will be my first and my last day on lemon. I put it on after my shower. It's prickling me. It's wet. It's a lemon. This is for my water, not my pits. No.
Hard pass for me. I do not feel like cutting up my deodorant every day. The application process has been a nightmare. And what happens when it's grocery day and my only option is this guy?
No thank you to lemons. So what actually causes our underarms to smell, and why should we go a more natural route to stop our stinky armpits? Holistic nutritionist Andrea Donsky joins me now with some answers. Before we get into her answers about those questions, I want to say I was mostly surprised that whole month I thought I was going to lose all of my friends at the gym and my husband was going to divorce me. He was also always smelling my armpits, same with my boss, the supervising producer. I'd be like, come on, smell, Sandy. I didn't smell.
That's amazing.
And that, to me, was the most amazing thing about it. I'm actually switching, I'm making the switch to natural. It's not going to be the lemon. That was just annoying to bring with me everywhere. I go to the gym a couple of times a day, and it's like I got
really
a lemon
practical.
with me.
It's not practical.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so talk to us a little bit about what's making us smell a little stinky and why maybe we should consider the switch to natural.
All right, so first of all, it's bacteria under our arms. But I think what's important to start with is what is the difference between deodorant and antiperspirant?
Right, what is the difference?
What is the difference? So antiperspirants contain aluminum salts. And when you put it on your skin, it actually creates a barrier on your skin that stops you from sweating.
Okay.
Deodorants work on the bacteria on your arm, and it stops the odor from coming out.
So
that would be the
making
difference.
you smell good and one's making you dry.
Exactly. One's preventing you from sweating.
Okay.
So the issue with antiperspirants, though, is that we need to sweat. Sweating is a natural process, and we're going to sweat regardless. So when we're not sweating on the outside, what happens? We sweat on the inside. when we use antiperspirants, right? So we need to sweat because it helps to regulate body temperature, but also it gets rid of things like microbes, salts, heavy metals. We need to sweat. So that's why I'm not a big fan of antiperspirants.
Got it.
Deodorants, conventional deodorants can contain some unhealthy ingredients like parabens and phthalates. So things that we don't want to put on our body, especially when there's other ingredients that we can use that work just as well.
Okay.
So that's the key.
So maybe if you want to stay away from the chemicals, here are some options. We're going to go through the different ones.
Right, so just one thing to note, one of the biggest things I hear when we switch to a natural deodorant, because I'm a really big fan of using natural deodorants, what's that complaint? Is that it doesn't work.
Right.
Right, so here's what we need to know about it. It's about an education thing. So when we switch from a conventional antiperspirant or deodorant and we switch to the natural, we actually go through what's called an armpit detox.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to be a little bit patient.
Yeah.
Once we start using natural ingredients, it allows our body to release the bacteria and the toxins that were stored underneath our arms, right, in our armpits. So what happens is we start to smell more, we start to sweat more, natural body process, and we even can get some irritation and some rashes. So it's totally normal. The key is you just want to be patient with yourself. It can take anywhere from a few days to a few months to stop that detox process.
So don't give up on the natural deodorant if you're getting the opposite of what you're expecting it to do.
You got it. All right, so let's start with the crystal deodorant.
Yes.
So crystal
Hated it.
and half of you actually did as well. All right, so crystal deodorants are made from mineral salt, specifically potassium alum.
Okay.
Okay, so potassium alum stands for potassium aluminum sulfate. So the difference between potassium alum and aluminum chlorohydrate is that it's a larger molecule.
Okay.
So companies claim that it doesn't get absorbed into our system the way regular aluminum chlorohydrate would.
I see, and that's a good thing.
And that's a good thing.
Because you're not taking it in.
You're not taking it in because they say it causes some issues.
Yeah.
So basically, like you said, a lot of you didn't really like it. It doesn't work for me personally. And the biggest issue is the application, like you showed in the video in the front, in the beginning, is you wet it, it falls out. Not a great option.
Right.
And, but for certain people it is, by the way.
Yes, no, try them all. If you haven't tried natural deodorants, try them all. These are just our tests. Coconut, I loved, as I said in the video, I loved the smell, I loved the feel, I loved everything about it. Tell me the good news and the bad news.
Okay, so the great thing about coconut oil is everybody loved it across the board, all the testers. What's great about coconut oil is it has something called lauric acid, which is natural antimicrobial and antibacterial.
Okay.
So it helps to stop that odor from coming out in the first place. It goes on smooth, it helps to soothe your skin, a great option.
Okay.
So I love it. Personally, I love it, and I'm so happy to hear that it worked well for you.
Okay, good. Now let's talk about charcoal. I found this on the dry side. How is that working and what's in there?
Okay, so the thing about charcoal is that charcoal is very porous, so it absorbs toxins and bacteria.
Okay.
It actually absorbs 100 to 200 times its weight. So it's a great option for an ingredient in a natural deodorant.
Okay.
So it really works out. And a lot of people, from the testers, a lot of people did like it. One of the women showed that it goes on a little bit dark, but it doesn't transfer to clothing, so which is really good.
Do you like this one on you?
I did like it.
Okay, good.
I did like it. See, the thing to mention too is that these are all different brands, right? And they use specific ingredients, but there's so many different brands that are out there that have different formulas.
Right.
So, you might find a charcoal deodorant that has essential oils in it that this one didn't, right? So the key is you really have to experiment because everyone's body chemistry is so different.
So I was expecting baking soda to give me the worst rash and to just be so uncomfortable, and it did not. I still found it a bit on the dry side though. You love baking soda.
So I have a deodorant that I use that I absolutely love that contains baking soda. It works amazing for me. So baking soda neutralizes the bacteria that causes the odor.
Yeah.
Simple.
Fully natural.
Absolutely natural. You want to look for, now, when it's a natural deodorant, they'll use a non-aluminum based baking soda. That's very important. So don't go take baking soda and put it under your armpits. You want to look for a brand that's using a non-aluminum based baking soda. And there are many on the market and several that I like. Yep.
Okay, lemons.
Okay, so lemons.
They got such a bad rap. They were like my favorite fruit, and then I was using it on my armpit and I started to hate it.
It is kind of weird if you think about it. You take a lemon, you start putting it under your armpit. I tried it on my daughter, my youngest daughter. She couldn't stop laughing. It totally tickled her. She thought it was hilarious, but I will tell you that it did work. It worked on her. So there is a process when it comes to lemons.
Okay.
So what you have to do is you have to apply it twice. So you can either apply it on its own, like the fruit, or you could take a spray bottle, fill it up with some lemon juice, let's say half lemon juice, and then half water, spray it on, let it dry, kind of flap the arms, let it dry, then wash it off. Then reapply it again. So the key is in the process when it comes to the lemon. It worked for my daughter, probably really great for young kids, and I know some men that have tried it that it's worked really well for them as well.
That is good, but ain't nobody got time for that. You've got to apply it twice. But if you've got kids and you're starting them on deodorant, what a great way to start them.
Isn't it? So that's what I was thinking.
You know exactly what's in there.
Thank you. That's exactly what what I was thinking
Okay.
instead of doing it. All right, so now if you're going through this armpit detox,
Yes.
there are a couple of things you can do. You can actually do an armpit mask, which we're not going to go over today, but you can do that.
Okay.
And if you have irritation or any type of rashes, you can put some aloe vera on, which I love. You can put some olive oil on, really nice to soothe it.
Yes, nice.
Drink a lot of water and eat a lot of fiber, because what that does is that'll help to flush all the toxins out of your body a lot quicker, right? So it'll kind of help to get things moving. So instead of lasting a few months, hopefully it's just a few days or a few weeks.
Makes sense.
The other thing you want to do is you want to eat a whole foods diet. You want to make sure that you're eating a lot of greens. Greens contain chlorophyll. Studies show that chlorophyll can actually help to reduce body odor. So really great. You can drink it. You put it in your water. I know that you like your chlorophyll, which is amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Don't shave the morning of. If if you find you have some irritation, please don't shave.
I actually did.
Oh,
and I was okay.
Were you okay?
I was shocked because I would forget. And then I would shave.
And you're
then
like,
I would go, and I was okay.
Right, okay,
so,
good.
but
I'm
don't
happy to
do
hear
that. I was okay.
One of my favorites,
Dry
skin
brush?
brushing. Yep. So want to make sure that you're dry brushing towards the heart always, and focus on your armpits. So that way, again, it's getting the circulation going. It's working on those lymph nodes. Amazing.
Okay.
And then finally, what you want to do is, during this time, wear natural fibers.
Yes.
Right? Cotton. You can have the open sleeve if you want, so that it's allowing the air circulation.
Yes.
Bamboo, hemp, and cotton. All great fibers to wear that will allow you to breathe, so that it kind of minimizes the stink.
Oh my gosh, Andrea, good tips. Thank you. I'm a new convert.